certain levels, it's got to hit just, yeah.
Okay. So let's just come forward. I'm just going to show a side view, but if you just come forward in your chair a little bit, so you're sitting in this toward the center of your cushion, but there's also some room to move in your spine towards the back of the chair. And just feel your feet about hip width apart, centered and relaxed, and outer edges of the feet parallel. And just take the tilt of the pelvis slightly towards the rears, so slightly towards the pubic bone a little bit, and not the pubic bone, the tailbone. So tailbone curls under a little and bring the weight more towards the back of the sit bones. And just welcome your breath. It takes quite a bit of muscular energy to sit up tall. And I encourage you to take 3 breaths, inhaling, doing nothing, and exhaling, finding more height and lift up through the crown of the head. Yeah, take breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And after the 3rd exhalation, we'll begin inhaling and rocking the spine, chin towards chest. And just go easy on your shoulders. Don't have to grip too heavily on the kneecaps, but just lightly touch and hold, and inhale, chin towards chest. And exhale, heart forward. Breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Leading right from the solar plexus, so just below the rib cage, above the navel. And just 3 more. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. Rocking on those sit bones. And we'll take some twisting from here. So just go ahead and lift the arms up next in-breath. And you'll bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee. I'm giving the mirrored instructions so I can turn towards you. And if that's not making sense, just twist the way that makes sense to you, dropping the outer elbow around the outside of the chair and crossing the midline with the opposite hand. And same thing, so just inhaling without trying to do anything. And exhale, just lift the chest, rise up through the crown of the head, and let the tops of the shoulders be relaxed and just twisting from base of spine. Very stable pelvis. Couple more breaths. And inhale, take the arms up, and we'll take the second side. So just going to exhale and bring the left elbow around the back of the chair and the right hand to the outside of the left knee. And same thing, inhaling, doing nothing. Exhaling, finding more length through the crown of the head and rotation in the spine. Pelvis very stable. And lift the arms up again and come back through center. Just taking them within a comfortable range of motion, no pain, so pain-free, and roll the shoulders a couple times. And still sitting towards the center of your chair, we'll take some shoulder shrugs. So shoulders up towards the ears on inhalation, just let them drop down on exhalation. Breath in and out through the nose. And the next time the breath is in, just take the shoulders up towards the ears and take in a little more breath and a little more. And let the shoulders release down and bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. And reach out through the fingers of the left hand, and you can use the right hand just outside on the outside of the head. So we're still tilting back slightly, pelvic tilt slightly back rather than jutting the chest or the pelvis forward. We're rocking slightly back, lifting the ribs up away from the waist, and lift the head, breath in. Nice long arm, and second side. So right ear or left ear towards left shoulder. And use the left hand to apply a little pressure, reach out through the fingers of the right hand. Breathe into your belly. And lift the head, extend that left arm. And take the legs wider apart. So we're just gonna get some openness in the inner thigh. And just bring the thumbs to the outsides of the knees, just above the knees, fingers to insides of the, that can be a pretty tender area in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open.
And then after you've been raking leaves, this may come into where you're a little bit sore in the hips. So just taking the hips wide, kind of shifting the weight side to side, getting your pelvis centered. And then we can press into the feet and lift up a little. If you still have your socks on, like I do, you can take your socks off.
Oh, yeah.
So you have, I don't know if you have a mat, but you know, it helps to have that sticky mat so you can have some traction under your feet. Not necessary, but if you can, feet wide and just standing up. So knees tracking with second and third toe, nice wide stance. If it's too wide, just lift the hips up and bring the feet together a little bit.
Oh, mamma mia.
Yeah.
I also had a inflamed nerve in my lumbar spine, which shot down, and my legs just have not. I can't do any of the yoga stuff I used to do with wide legs.
Yeah, so we could just press into the feet, parallel your feet, and bring them a little closer together. That sounds painful. And just make some gentle circles with the hips. So yeah, thanks for communicating. It's good to know.
They put that steroid shot right in the nerve in my back. So it stopped the shooting pain, but I've got tight hips, big time.
Tight hips, big time. And so just making some circles with the hips, that's one way to start working with loosening that up.
Yeah, I really do need to work on it. Oh.
Yeah, does it feel better just to do some circles?
Yep.
Yeah, and you can keep the knees a little soft too, so not hyperextending the backs of the knees.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't have anything else, but my frame is like falling apart.
Well, that's an important part of ourselves, our frame, our skeleton.
Right. Right, a mind scale.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and use the chair again and just bring it to the mat. And we'll just stand and take a little forward bend, hands to seat of chair. And bend your knees. And we'll do some more deep breathing with movement, and we'll come more into a forward extension. Inhale, lift between the ribs. Exhale, lift your sit bones up. So starting to stretch in the back of the legs. If it aggravates that nerve pain, just bend the knees and keep breathing and work in places where you're not aggravating it. So you don't want to aggravate nerve pain. Inhale, curl up. Is it hurting to do this?
No.
Okay, good. Soft knees, curl tailbone. Lift the mid back, lift the sit bones, exhale. And just a couple more. Inhale, lift up, exhale. So just a light touch with the hands. And then we can come on to the forearms. And just let your crown of your head reach towards the chair. And press the forearms lightly down. And then bring the fingertips to or towards the floor. You can bend the knees quite a bit. Hands to floor. Lift your sit bones. Hips up. And bend your knees and curl up to standing. And just turn to face the camera. And we'll stretch the left arm out to the left and bring the right hand to the right hip. And you're gonna look over the right shoulder and just rock side to side. So stretching, but you also get the hips involved a little. So I'm rocking my hips, stretching the side body a little bit. And then we shake this one out and do the other side. So left hand, left hip.
I think I just did that one. There we go.
Second side. Second side. And extend the opposite arm and shake it down. And let's do this each side again. So looking over the shoulder of the bent elbow.
Over the shoulder of the bent elbow, okay.
And shake it down and look over the shoulder of the bent elbow, second side. And down. So let's just practice some little movements that will open the hips a little more. So turning the right foot in between your chair leg and the left foot in. You can bend that right knee a little bit. And we're just gonna bring the fingertips to the seat of the chair. So left hand, left hip, right hand on the chair. And a very firm, stable leg. That left leg. And come up. And parallel your feet. And let's take the second side without the chair, just see how that is. So turn the left foot out 45 degrees and just bend, just a little bend to the knee. And just bring that left hand to the inner left thigh. So you can imagine, use your imagination that that chair is right there at the knee. Good. And left hand draping down. You can imagine it's on the chair seat. And come up and parallel your feet. And bring your feet together. And just bend the knees and come up onto the balls of the feet. And we'll take the legs just a little wider apart now and turn the right foot out about 45 degrees off. Well, it's about 90 degrees off the midline if you had a straight line here. And so just a little bend to the right knee. Same pose, just a little deeper. And then move the right leg more towards extension. So we can move with breath here. You can inhale and bend the knee. Exhale, extend. Just keeping left hand, left hip. Inhale, bend the knee. How is that, Patricia, in the hips?
It's okay.
Okay, good. Exhale, extend. Okay, just keeping my chin right in line with the breastbone. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, extend. It's hard to see my feet, but
That's right.
and one. Inhale and exhale. And just hold this. And if you wish to extend this arm, if you can do that without pain, just lift it straight up. And you can also practice just flexing the shoulder and lifting it straight forward. Just within what's a comfortable range of motion. Opening it out. Down and opening it up. And bend the knee. Perhaps this upper arm is extended up alongside the head. You might take even a slightly deeper variation. Gaze up underneath the lifted arm. And bring the left arm down. Press the right foot parallel the feet. And so for the second side, this time, we will move the chair, a little more involved. So you can just bring the chair to the second side. And we'll take just a little wider than that first time through. Left foot in between chair legs. A little bend to that left knee. Hands on hips. And we can do the same action second side. So my right foot turned in 45. And inhale, bend. Exhale, take the hips away. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale. So there's also a little rotation here in the upper body. If you feel like adding another piece, you can take that right shoulder down and exhale. So yeah, just keeping that chin in line with the breastbone. And next time you're in the extended position, just lift the right arm. And bring it down and forward and down and open and down. Exhale and forward. Forward meaning in front of you, like flexing the shoulder. And bend the left knee and come on up. And parallel your feet. And heel toe your feet together. And we'll take another one of these modified downward dog poses, just hands on the chair. So we didn't put much weight in the hands before, but go ahead and step the left and then the right foot back and see if you can put a little more flexion in the shoulders. Can you do that without pain?
Yes.
Oh, great. So it doesn't have to be a big, heavy posture or weight in the hands. You can just bring the ears between the upper arms. And breathe. Good. I love hearing you breathe. Deep exhalations through the mouth, in through the nose. And lifting up again, and just step the feet back towards the seat of the chair. Yeah, just imagine that you're sitting in a chair. So just drop the hips down a little, bring the fingertips to the back of the chair. A few deeper breaths.
Oh, that feels good.
Press the feet and come on up. Did you say that feels good?
Ah, it felt like a real stretch.
Yeah, good. And just make go ahead. Making some circles with the elbows. And it can be helpful just to stretch the front of the thigh. So if you stand with your fingertips on the back of the chair, bring the weight into the left foot and just bend the right knee. And just see if you can take hold of some aspect, either your pant leg or your ankle. It's hard when I can't see you because I don't know.
It's a pant leg.
Pant leg. Okay, good. So just holding the pant leg, the thigh, very starting to get stretched, the front of the thigh. You can also open the front of the shoulder, that same shoulder, same side. And release, and we can do the second side without changing the chair. Just weight into right foot and bend the left knee, left heel towards hip and pant leg in hand, elbow back, or maybe this side you can grab the top of the foot or the ankle.
Nope. This is the worst side.
With practice, you will be able to. I have full faith.
Well, for 20 years, I did yoga and I did great. But the last, since 70, it's like all of a sudden, everything locked up.
Yeah. And release, but it can unlock too. And hips side to side. It definitely can unlock.
Oh.
So go ahead and take your chair off and let's go ahead and just come onto your back and hug the knees into the chest. Hopefully you have a rug or a comfortable pad.
Yep.
And you can just bring your knees up towards the chest. And just inhale, press the knees away. Exhale, curl up into a tight little ball. Just hug the thighs towards the ribs. Yeah, nice long spine. Press the knees into the hands. Breathe in again. And then curl up. Hug yourself. Hug your knees in. Yeah, nice long spine. Again, head down. Press knees into hands. Breathe in. And breathe out. Curl up. And come on to your back. You can stretch the arms comfortably, either back alongside the ears are straight out from the shoulders. And extend the left leg. And we're just gonna take a little twist. So shift the hips a little to the right and bring the right foot to the top of the left knee and draw that right knee across. If you did yoga for 20 years, I suspect you've done this before. I call it spinal
Yes.
twist.
Unfortunately, it hurts now.
It hurt?
Yeah, that one hip, my left hip hurts.
Yeah, the hip that you're, so when you come rolling onto the outside of that hip?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
So just back off of that. And you can just take a simple twist like this then. Just feet wide and just knee side to side.
mm.
And just see if you can get just a little twisting motion without pain in the hip.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, yeah. Easy does it. Just, yeah, just start right where you are. No need to go to pain.
This is just a half hour, right?
Yeah, we're just about wrapping up.
Oh. Thank you for doing this. I'm sorry that, maybe it's the time of day that you'd think more people would be doing this.
It seems like a good time. So I'm not going to give up on it just yet. And I'm also promoting it through the Parks and Rec because I'm teaching through the senior center as well.
Oh,
and
you are? Oh.
Some people there, the level is, they might need a more gentle approach.
Yes,
So,
that's where I belong.
the more gentle approach?
Well, no, this was great.
Okay.
No.
And so just lay back on your back. Just give yourself the last minute here just to totally relax. Close your eyes. And feel the heaviness of your body. Just let the weight of it sink down towards the earth. Just another 30 seconds or so, deeply relaxed. Just let everything go. Yeah, breathe your breath a little more deeply. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, and roll on to whichever side you can roll onto without pain. Maybe that's your right hip instead of your left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rolling onto your right side, and then just slowly come up. And you can come all the way up back into your chair if that makes sense to you. Yeah, just notice how you feel after half-hour yoga stretch. Oh, I like those sound effects. Thank you. I do. I love sound effects. I always make it. I hope you'll come back. That the class will build. So
Thank you.